else, but also heal their beloved ones, their friends and their relatives. So easy. Got a question? You mean the neck pain? Okay. For the neck pain, actually we tried in the TAG hospital yesterday. One lady, actually two, got the neck pain. What shall we do? Two things. One, just slap on the neck. Yeah. Number two, do the stretching. See? This is funny. Every time when I give a lecture like this, people will ask me hundreds of names for healing. The answer is all the same. Slapping, stretching. Then you just slap the head. Yeah. But there are other choices too. We'll talk later. Yeah. We'll see more. See? This is slapping on the head. But in healing the headache, you got a side effect. What is that? Your hair grows up. See, that's the side effect. Yeah, we got a photo. Another side effect is in losing a lot of weight. This gentleman from Malaysia, he came to our workshop for many, many diseases, for hypertension, for heart disease, for stomach problem. More important, for his gout problem. He came on a wheelchair because so painful, you know, the gout, right? So all these problems are gone, but side effect. He was so excited, the side effect. These are the key concepts for self-healing. Very important. The very first one is forget about disease names. Why? Because they are misleading. For example, diabetes. People concentrate on the sugar level. They try their best. Okay, no matter taking drugs or insulin, it's all for normalizing the sugar level. Okay, why do I say it's misleading? Because when you get a name, so-called diabetes, that means you probably have more than 20, 30, even 50 diseases. How can you focus only on lowering the sugar level while ignoring all the other blockages in your body? That's ridiculous, right? So if you ever focus on healing, there is only one healing. That is holistic healing. How? Through the energy. Why do we do slapping and stretching? Because it's unblocked all the energy channels. When the energy channels go through, it scans the whole body. That's why we have the next idea is called complex disease. When I ask, read my lips, when I ask you to forget about the names, please, that is only forget about the names, which means you have more diseases than the name you are given. So, okay, why do I use idea about antivirus software? Because nowadays you ask even the Chinese about meridian systems. The younger generation, they don't have a clue. What is a meridian system? If you say, what about antivirus software? They all know. So I said, in our body, there is an antivirus software. Embedded, everyone equally have this. So once you did slapping and stretching, it's like activated this antivirus software. It scans your whole body like an MRI. You know the word MRI, right? But that is through the digital. Now you scan your whole body through your own energy. In Chinese we call qi. The qi will go through your whole body. Wherever it is blocked or stagnated, you will feel the pain, sore, numb, etc. So it is excellent diagnosing and healing. So why do I use the word carpet bombing? That's a word used during the Vietnam War. That is, you just cover every inch by the bombs. Now when you do Paida, you slap from head to toe, every inch. But of course, we'll talk about it later. We'll focus on the joints first. So here we come to see about the pain. People by nature, all afraid of pain. Pain is not good. But I mentioned just now, pain is one of the best gifts from God. Pain protects us from a lifetime, okay? Pain also helps us diagnose all these problems. And also that's healing, preventing simultaneously. So that is why we call pain, another word we call pain medicine. So deep inside our body, we have all the pharmaceuticals ready-made in ourselves. You don't have to seek from outside. It is all there, okay? Every hormone, like endorphin, insulin, whatever, female or male hormone, it will be generated according to your individual needs. Very, very specific. What about healing crisis? The healing crisis is all the suffering you will go through. See, just now we did something. You feel the pain, right? That's healing crisis. Some people feel vomiting. Some people feel dizzy. Some people even get fainted. In our workshop, sometimes we got medical doctors, they're professionals. They say people get fainted. Boom. In the US, what would they do? They would dial 911. Because some people fell down. I said, okay, don't worry. This is the best time to what? To do a case study. How we save an almost dead person without any ambulance. You just slept. Where? Again, where to sleep? Still the same place. You just slept here. So far, we encounter hundreds of people who are almost dead like this. The success rate so far is 100%. Every time you slept, they come back to life. So in the following days, those doctors asked me a question. Why don't we use this slapping to replace CPR? You know what CPR is? That is for emergency case, you press the body, the chest like here. I say, okay, that is not my business. That's your job. Maybe you can write a paper how to use this. You can go through all the laboratories, all the tests. Yeah. So what is SA? SA, in a simple way, means poisoned blood. Many people are afraid of this. Oh, it looks horrible. They think, oh, it's broken. No. The SA is the poison solid. It's kind of solid. So, see, it's liquid first. All the liquid in the muscles, in the vessels. But after doing this, the energy has a very, very, I don't know how to describe it, but it's beyond my language. They will very, very selectively get all the poisonous stuff, unwanted stuff together, make them into kind of solid stuff, like a sand. That's why in Chinese we call it, the pronunciation is sand, okay? Where do they go? They go through all this breathing, through your skin, you are full of pores, and also your tears, your sweating, your urination, your poo, all these things, yeah. So this is a typical case of heart disease. This is only a 20-year-old college girl. After doing this, all this are out. She asked me, what is this? I said, you got a heart disease. Why do they have a heart disease? Many people say, sometimes if we do a little bit longer time, let's say 1,000 people, almost 90% of them will have this SAR. Their question is, how come all of them have the heart disease? The answer is very simple. Because heart, in your lifetime, is the most frequently injured organ. Even in your childhood, if you're given a candy, one candy, your friend was given 3, you're hurt, you see? Then you grow older in the school, other kids do better in the school, you're hurt. Then you are in love. You're definitely hurt. So all the girls in the whole world, when they're in love, the word is the same. My heart is broken. They never say my foot is broken. So it's all this kind of thing, yeah. So it's hurt. That's why stress. You have this kind of heart disease. This is a complex disease. This happened in Tibet. This lady was almost dying. All diseases. Fainting. What shall we do? Just slapping. Then came back to life. This is like a painting, right? But it's not by painting, it's by slapping. This lady had all the pains. The lower back pain, the knee pain, the foot pain, the leg pain. Just after getting all this bruise out, so the pain is gone. What about breasts? See, nowadays in this world, half of the population is women. By the way, today is International Women's Day. Okay, at the beginning, we were very cautious about slapping on the breasts. But one lady was very brave. He got a tumor as big as a neck. So she did slapping on her own breast. What happened? Painful, bruise, all the scar get out. But that tumor became smaller and smaller. Within 1 month, it totally disappeared. So by showing this, you can see slapping on the breast is not only an excellent diagnosis, but also healing. You don't have to go all this kind of mammogram test or whatsoever. This is the best way. Because if you're healthy, you won't have the pain and you won't have the scar. We have the workshop, let's say in Shenzhen or in Vancouver. All the ladies in the workshop, every single one of them, will have this shot. That means every one of them have the problems. Why? It's not only the breast tumor and the breast cancer. This is, I would say, the breast is a warehouse for all the diseases for the ladies. Your heart disease, thyroid problem, depression problems, all the problems, you name it, are related with your breast. So as long as you clean the meridians here, you will benefit a lot. What about broken? If you slap, are they going to broken? Generally not. 99.9% you won't have a broken. But sometimes we do. And sometimes it is necessary. Especially for the skin diseases like psoriasis. That's a tough disease, right? Right? You just slap until it is broken, so that the poisoned blood and the liquid will be driven out. You let them out for a while. Then you have a new skin. Then you get healed. It's just so easy. Why? You see, we are hitting or slapping on the skin. Believe me, you are not only slapping the skin, you are slapping all the major organs, your spleen, your heart, because they're all connected by what? By the meridians. That's why we focus so much on the energy channels. That's our Germany workshop. That's in Lesotho, a small country in South Africa. This is our first workshop, a seminar like this in Singapore. 1,000 people showed up. Every time, we would put a large bench there. So we would invite people from the audience right on spot. Whoever has a lower back problem or knee problem, just come. But this time, because of a limited time, we didn't have a bench here. So in Singapore, this 72-year-old gentleman came with 2 crutches, like this. 20 years with these sticks every day. What happened? We just do stretching, slapping, you see, on the knees. Very simple. What happened? You see, he was walking without the sticks. But the real happening was more dramatic. He began to run on the stage like this. So people all laughed. He was running. Just now he was on. See, when he came up to stage, he was like this. But then he was running. But more interesting, he became Bruce Lee. He did something like this. Okay. So 2 years later, again on the spot like this, he was sitting on the first line. So I asked him, invite him to be on the stage to do the testimonial by himself. This is a party in Tibet. When I first went to Tibet, I was the only healer with the acupuncture. But now they can all do by themselves. It's so easy. And even in the Congress of Taiwan, the Taiwanese are very happy. Why? Because Taiwan's congressmen often fight with each other with fists. They said, okay, Mr. Xiao, you teach them a new way so they can beat themselves instead of beating others. And it's good. That's in Taiwan University. This is actually right here. It's a town near Chennai. All these people from all over the world, we're doing the party together. That's in Singapore. Malaysia, every morning on the square, thousands of people get together to do the slapping and the stretching. That's in Penang, that's also in Malaysia. It's all the kind of school for teaching and coaching Paida Lajin. Yeah, that's for a company, because this general manager got healed, so invite him to give a lecture to all his middle-level managers. This is Mr. Huang, who is a legend of Malaysia. Why? He took medication because of his high blood pressure for 39 years. And he himself is a Qigong master. He had many students. But somehow, for some reason, he couldn't stop taking the drugs until he discovered Paida Lajin. He tried himself, and very soon, he quit from the 39-year-old drug taking. So one day, he went to see his doctor. After checking his blood pressure, his doctor said, now you can. He said, I'm not a doctor. You guys just do the stretching yourself, but you can slap on each other. That's in Switzerland, in Germany. That's for a company called Bosch. Just for this company alone, I did 13 seminars because one of their major employees came to our workshop, excellent healing effect. And all of them have the knee problem. So I see in the big companies now every day, including myself with the computer every day, So the best way is to do the stretching and the slapping. Deutsche Telekom. This is actually all the Indian Muslims in London. I gave a lecture to the Muslims. Why? Because one of the Muslim person came to Germany, attended twice our workshop. For the Muslims, they would kneel on the ground to pray, right? So there are many knee problems, the so-called degeneration. I said there is no such word of degeneration. As long as you slap and stretch, they just come back. So it worked very effective. Yeah, that's our London seminar. And I don't know how to call their title. It's called Prince. So they are really serious about this. They are from the headquarters in Mumbai here. This German guy, he really did a good job. And he introduced this to South Africa. He used this in the senior age home. All the old age people, they use this. This is the testimonials from all those people with especially hypertension and diabetes. This is all in Johannesburg, yeah, Soweto. Go. This is His Majesty the King of Lesotho. He's probably among all these people, he's the healthiest guy. So the day I met him, he was in the shirts. Why? Because he was ready for doing the slapping and also the stretching. Yeah. So that's right in his palace. And this is Deputy Prime Minister, and he got more problems. So during the stretching, a lot of sweating, a lot of pain. This is the Archbishop. He got the knee problem for so many years, couldn't squat down easily. So just in 1 hour, slapping, stretching, like 80% improvement. And he asked me, why? Why it's so good? I said, because this is a divine healing. He said, how come? Well, it's very simple. Human body, both the software and hardware, is designed and manufactured by God. So everything is designed by God. It's like driving a car. You just turn on the key, right? All the system and function is ready-made, but you have to turn on the key. For us, slapping and stretching is like turn on the key. That is a simple thing every one of us can do. And he absolutely agreed. So he said, why don't you teach those doctors? I said, most of the doctors won't like anything without medication. He said, we have a Catholic hospital. Would you go and teach them? I said, yeah. So in the following days, I taught in the nursing college and also for all those doctors there. Yeah, these are all the doctors and nurses doing Paida. These are all the doctors from Switzerland. They're also learning, especially for the sports injuries. Very, very effective. As long as it's not bleeding, you just slap. Last year, November, right here, I met 2 cases right here in India. Because of the raining, 2 ladies fell. Here, very painful, could hardly move. What shall we do? Here it is very painful, you cannot slap here. But we have another secret formula. So you don't have to slap here. Instead, you slap here. If you got pain here, you will find on the other side of your body another pain area. You just slap here, so the pain here is gone. Oh, all of them look at me like a miracle. I said, this is not a miracle. This is all because of the meridian system work. So my dream is to make everyone one's own healer. Well, is that a fantasy? It's all up to your mind. If you change your mind, you change the whole world. So where to begin with? So that's the most frequently raised questions. Theoretically, we're supposed to slap from head to toe, but we have to begin with some places. So first of all, it's always the inner side of your elbow, because this is related with your heart, pericardium. Heart is the king. You always save the king first. In spite of all the diseases names you are given, believe me, you all more or less have the heart problem. How do you check it out? You just slap. If you slap for 1 hour, you have nothing, you're perfectly healthy. See? The next place is hands, then knees and feet. There is something common. They are all joints. See that? It's like a river. At the curved area, you accumulate more garbages. That is also the key areas for the acupuncture. So you slap those areas, very useful. This is in Taiwan, this young gentleman said, I don't have any heart disease, you see. very severe heart disease. Then that's knees, but not only the front side, but also the side and the back. And the hands and the feet. Hands, this is very important. If you slap on the back of your hands, that's extremely good for resolving constipation. Very effective. Don't do now, otherwise running short of toilets. Yeah, that happened, yeah, occasionally. So very useful. That's how, okay, that's the same photo. You see that? This is how I train my students. In 1 month, they do like this every day. Many of them are doctors. They think they're healthy. But here, all the problems pumped out. I say, Paida and the Lajin, forget about healing. First of all, it is diagnosis. It digs out all the problems you have. Why do you have those healing crises? Doing this, you have vomiting, sick, headache. Why do you have this? Do you believe, let's say I don't have a diabetes. By doing so, then I have a diabetes? Do you think that will happen? No. So all the Paida Lajin does is only mining out all the existing problems that you already have. So it's very accurate diagnosis. So now we come to Lajin. La means stretch. Jin means ligament or tendon. Why do we do that? If you look at a baby, every baby is so soft, right? But when the baby grows